Hello, here I am again. This is Jesse Blinn from Kansas. To understand why I'm saying that Vladimir Putin is a clone, you can get a background information on my other video, Alex Jones, a clone. So I won't repeat all of that information. Basically, I found that clones only have 2 chakras and they have no level of development of conscience. As you see in the other video, I installed Alex Jones' chakras, the rest of them. He now has the 13 main chakras and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rear chakras. And he ended up with a level of conscience of exactly 1,000. Now, that's the first time I've done that, and it's interesting it came out at 1,000. That means that we should probably all be at 1,000 if we didn't have defects, okay? So his conscience being at 1,000, I think, is going to be helpful. That means he's a good guy, okay? The title of this is Putin is a clone. Why would I say that Putin is a clone? Well, I need to go back, excuse me, to, it must have been about around May 8th of last year. Probably maybe a little after. I've been using the pendulum not for too long, maybe 4 or 5 months really seriously at that time, at the most. And the pendulum started jumping up and down a little bit, and I think it had done that before. It basically meant that something was happening that I needed to be aware of, and I have to ask questions and find out what it is. It's kind of a odd game we play. And I just invent things. Does it have something to do with, like what country? North America, South America? And it came out Europe, as an example. I don't remember how it came out exactly. But anyway, it had to do with Russia. And, well, the leader of Russia, yes. Something happened to him? Yes. He died. Okay, why do I need to know about it? Well, I had to guess different things, and it came out that they were letting me know that he had been replaced with a clone, okay? And I asked the pendulum, and we're going to ask, when was he replaced with a clone? Or I actually asked the question, when did he die? When did Vladimir Putin die? This was last year. I'm going to ask, what month? January, February, March, it's moving a little. April, May. If I give it time, it goes around, when it's in a perfect circle, that's the answer. Okay, May. June is going to stop. May of last year, Vladimir Putin died. Okay? We're going to ask what day of the month. I hold this up higher than normal so you can see it. May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it's moving. 5th, 6th, 7th, it's real close. 8th, May 8th, May 9th. Okay, May 9th, excuse me, it stopped at May 9th, May 8th of last year, Vladimir Putin died, okay? And I started looking here at dates, you know, I haven't kept up a whole lot on the news, but I see a thing here dated May 10th, 2014. It says, it's from Politico.com, and it says, that war you're expecting, Putin's already won it. And this is talking about the events in Ukraine, I'm almost positive. Anyway, major world events were happening, and for some reason Putin died in the middle of all that. Okay, now, as I have brought out a little bit in my other videos, I can communicate with people after they're dead to some extent, and I really haven't done this very much, and I checked to make sure it worked, because, you know, you die and you go to heaven, and then a lot of us are resurrected somewhere else, so maybe we're no longer in heaven. Okay, reincarnated, whatever. But I did get Vladimir Putin's energy age. Now, you die at 100. Anything above 100 is basically in the next dimension, or if you want to say in heaven. So you can see some of my other videos. See the one about Madeleine McCann to understand this the best, the energy age, okay? But let's check the real Vladimir Putin's energy age at this time. And when I'm doing a multiple choice question, it goes side to side. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. See, I think he's under 70. 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 100 is where you die. 101, 2, 3, when it's a perfect circle is the answer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Getting real close. 114 is going to stop. Okay, so 113, that means he's not alive. I've tested this with people who were presumed disappeared and they were dead, and then later it was proven they're dead. So this works to tell if somebody is alive. Vladimir Putin is not alive, okay? And so they put in a clone. Okay, now, it's interesting, that clone, I knew about this, so I connected at some point, maybe not right then, but soon after that, I can start connecting with some of the political leaders. I can connect with Obama, with Merkel, with Putin, with, what's his name? I had to see his picture to know it, because I can't remember his name good. But the president of China, I've connected with him. Okay? And I connected with Putin and was checking his chakras, and lo and behold, he was the first person I found this way. He only had 2 chakras. Now, I already knew he was a clone, so I kind of added up, okay, he's a clone, he has 2 chakras, nothing after that. Okay, you can see the example in my Alex Jones video. Anyway, chakras only have 2 clones. 2 clones only have 2 chakras. Okay? Dead giveaway. Later on, when I started checking level of conscience, I found out that they have no conscience. Okay? So, I decided, I didn't know what to do. I found some other people who are this way. I found that Alex Jones was a clone about that same time. But I didn't know what to do. And then I got where, with my patients and friends, helping them, I got where I routinely helped them get their chakras working correctly at a distance, okay? So I said, well, let's try that with Vladimir Putin. And I did that. And I actually recorded it. I have it here. This was the 11th of November, 2014. I recorded this in Spanish, and I have it here on the computer. The image is not very good. My, what they call it, little camera thing was probably out of focus and everything. So it's not worth seeing the image. It's nothing special. And I'm not going to read it all. I'm not going to have it all for you, but I'm going to just do the very first part. So you realize the 11th of November, I installed chakras in the clone of Vladimir Putin, who was installed sometime after May 8th of last year. Okay? Now, we're going to hear that, and I'll do just a little bit of it. I think you can hear it. It's in Spanish. If not, I'm going to be translating. I've been working with Vladimir Putin's chakras. I made a more or less easy connection with him. His energy age was 53. I started doing his chakras, and the first 2 chakras were more or less. When I get to the 3rd chakra, it doesn't exist. Okay, I started doing this, and then I realized, well, this is important. I should record it. So I'd already done this 3rd chakra, but here I stopped my process and started recording. So I started putting energy into his chakra. It lasted more than 5 minutes. It was impressive, because that's never happened like that before to me. It took 5 minutes. The other chakras are 0. But a lot easier to install. Maybe it takes at the most 2 minutes each. Now I just finished with the 7, which are the main chakras. So I'm going to show you chakra number 8. This is Vladimir Putin's 8th chakra. See, it doesn't move. Here's the chakra number 9. Number 10. Neither. 11. 12. 13. Okay. So it goes on. They didn't exist because I hadn't installed them yet. And the clones don't have, normally, more than 2 chakras. However, I installed these chakras in this Vladimir Putin. Okay? I don't know what he felt. I said it'd be interesting to be able to communicate with him to know, but I have no idea. Okay? I'm going to close this out. Okay? That was the 11th of November, 2014. I installed his chakras. Now, if you remember, it was in the news. Let's see. I pulled it up here. This is from Vox.com, and it says, Vladimir Putin is back. What we know about the Russian president's reappearance. Okay, so something like March 5th to the 16th of this year, Vladimir Putin disappeared. Nobody knew where he was, supposedly. And then he reappeared. Okay? Now, so let's, if you want to open, I'm not going to move the camera so you can see it, but just Vox.com/2015/3/8212313/Putin line missing. That line means hyphen, okay? Putin missing. He reappeared. And there are actually 2 pictures of him on this page. Okay? I connect to people through a picture. Okay? The top picture is when he reappeared. Okay? I'm going to connect now to that top picture. And this was something like the 16th of March, something like that, when he reappeared. Okay? I'm going to connect to him in that picture. And we're going to do his chakras. Okay, here's his first chakra. Now, don't be surprised if his second one goes backward, because this new clone has had problems with his second chakra. And here's his second chakra. Yeah, see, it's real weak. Real weak. He had a lot of problems with that chakra. I guess their lab didn't work right. You can barely see it. Okay? Now, his third chakra, nothing. Fourth, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, nothing. Okay? This is the clone. However, remember, I had installed the chakras in what I'm assuming was the first clone. Okay? I installed them on November 11th, 2014. Okay? Now, on the same page, we go down to the bottom, and there's another picture of him that it says, the Kremlin released this photo of Putin supposedly meeting with Dmitry Kobilkin on March 10th, but many have speculated that it was actually taken days earlier. Okay? So here he is meeting with this Dmitry Kobilkin, whoever he is. Okay? So I'll connect with this Vladimir Putin in this picture at that time, right? Okay, we have the connection with him. I'm seeing him there. His first chakra. Okay, very good. His second chakra. Notice it's not weak like the new clone is. His third chakra. His fourth chakra. Okay, his fifth chakra. And we could go on up. So the one at the bottom is, the real one was already dead. So that's the clone, but he still had his chakras that I had installed, which is interesting. Now, okay, assuming that he is no longer alive, which he isn't, we're going to check now his energy age. Remember the first Putin after he died, and I just checked it. I can't remember what his energy age is, 113 or something. Let's check this second Putin, who was the clone. Now, a clone has no soul, so when they die, they just disappear, rot away. They don't go to heaven because there's no soul. However, if it really worked that I put the soul in with the third chakra, because the soul is in the center right above your navel, I understand, and it would go in with the third chakra because that's the chakra for that part of your body. Okay? Let's go to this Putin here in the bottom, who I'm saying is dead now, let's connect with him. And check his energy age. You notice, as you'll see in my other videos, the pendulum goes side to side when I'm going to do a multiple choice question. And I always have to say, those who think that I'm moving the pendulum, well, the pendulum does move my arm a little bit. I'm not moving the pendulum. At least not muscularly. Maybe I am with my energy. I don't understand how it all works. Okay. His energy age now. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's moving a little bit. 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 102.1, 0.2, 102.3, 0.4. It's going to stop. 102.3. See, he's younger than the first Putin, who I guess is still in heaven. I haven't asked that question. Okay. So, that's the story. During this time, when he disappeared, he was replaced by another clone. Okay, now, I'll have a couple of little things I wanted to discuss on this clone. I'd heard that George H.W. Bush had come to Costa Rica, and somehow this word got out through the reporters. They said he seemed to be everywhere, to the point that the reporters, I don't know if they made the question, well, you were just over there or something. And they had to say, well, he brought a double with him. Because they couldn't hide it from the reporter. He was too much everywhere. Okay? So I asked the pendulum, I went back on Wikipedia, where it says international trips by presidents of the U.S. And it comes out that George H.W. Bush visited Costa Rica on the 27th to 28th of October, 1989. According to this, right? According to all news stories, etc., he was here. Okay? Now, we're going to ask, because this is interesting. It appeared that there were more than one of them, because even the reporters could see it. Okay? We're going to ask, did George Herbert Walker Bush visit Costa Rica on the 27th and 28th of October, 1989? The pendulum is going backwards, counterclockwise, which means no, and this is a very strong no. He did not even come to Costa Rica. Okay? Did clones come to Costa Rica? Yes. How many clones? It will go side to side. One clone. See, it's already moving a little bit. Two clones. Two clones. Three clones. And it's going to stop. Okay? They brought two clones to Costa Rica. Yeah. Okay, now, it says that Reagan visited Costa Rica 3rd and 4th of December, 1982. Okay? Did Reagan really visit Costa Rica? This is turning clockwise, and that's saying yes. Did they bring any clones? It's saying no. Okay? So, that's a little bit more information I got out about clones. But the big story is, okay, to be the leader of a country and represent the country, you're supposed to be a natural-born citizen of that country. Clones are not natural-born citizens of that country. Okay? Whoever is doing this is breaking the laws of the country, doing something very illegal. I have nothing against the clones of these people. I actually wish them the best. I wish they could all have souls and enjoy being human. We don't have to punish the clones. Okay? What we need to do is, we should have a Be Nice to Clone international conference and expose all the clones and give them all souls and welcome them to the human race. Okay? But somebody is manipulating all this to a point that is demonic. It's absolutely absurd that this is being allowed and continues happening. They're manipulating politics. Who knows why they want to keep Putin in there? He's obviously able to manipulate a clone. As I understand, the clones have implants that they can control them with if they get out of hand. I'm not saying everything the clone does is what they want. Because I understand, and actually there's more information online than I thought about clones. After I put my first video of Alex Jones, I went in and saw a little bit of them. And they explain that they basically do a thought transplant. And so the clones have the memory of everything. And I don't know if they understand that they're clones. I imagine they have to tell them and say, okay, you're a clone. If you do something that we don't like, you're going to pay. And you don't have a soul, so if we kill you, that's it. Okay? I don't know how it works. But this should not be happening. This truth should come out. As I have always ranting and raving, this is not just me. The ones that can do what I'm doing are at least 15,000 or so of us. This is going to change the world because there's going to be no more secrets. All this manipulating behind the scenes and hidden stuff and sending clones instead of the real guy and being able to manipulating them and wondering what happened to the original Putin. I haven't asked. But I invite the 15,000 of you out there to start asking these questions. Okay? Test and see what abilities you have. Maybe it's not with the pendulum. Maybe you have visions. Maybe you can, whatever it is. But it's time to change this. Okay. After I finish this video, I'm going to do the same thing for this new Putin that I did for Alex Jones after I finished his video. I'm going to install all of his chakras. I imagine that his level of conscience will go up to 1,000, which I didn't know, but that's a nice number. And then we're going to do one more clone that I found. And actually the pendulum seemed to be telling me that I should need to do something with her. And this is Angela Merkel of Germany. Okay? She's also a clone. Okay? So I'm going to have another short video on her. It'll be shorter than this because I don't need to explain so much. Okay? And anyway, that's the story. You're governed by clones. And we're not supposed to be governed by clones. We're supposed to be governed by people. Okay? Be kind to clones, yes, but don't have them as your leaders. Something is screwy here when all this stuff goes on. And it's time to change all that. It's time for truth. This is a special time, this month, September. A lot of us feel that something important is happening now. That's the reason I'm putting this up. Some people would say, oh, I'm risking my life. Well, it would seem that way, yes. But, however, I'm assured that I have no danger. So maybe the people of Russia will be behind me. And they should find out where Putin is. You know, do at least some kind of a ceremony for him. I mean, he died. For good or bad, pay your respects. Okay? Anyway, that's the story of Vladimir Putin being a clone, which he is. And I guess you can still call him a clone after I put in his chakras and give him a soul because he's a copy. Okay? And I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm saying this is too much, people. This is too much manipulation and cover-up. And the fact that they have them chipped so they can control them is not good for humanity. So let's get rid of that silliness, okay? Thank you very much. I will, as soon as I stop this, I'm going to install his other chakras and a soul, and we'll go from there, okay? Thank you for watching. I wish I could speak Russian, but I salute the Russian people. You've gone through a lot. I hope you have a wonderful future, and that this helps straighten out the mess in this world. Thank you very much.